So, guys, we need the opinion of Detans as regards this news. A renowned publisher and editor-in-chief Daily Watch, Comrade Cletus Upukeme, on Thursday called on the state governor, Dr. Ş1ñ Okowa, to resign over his alleged inability to carry out his constitutional function of protecting lives and property of Detans. In a press release, the fearless journalist revealed that he has monitored the activities of the state governor since inception with little or no impact. Hear him. He said, "I am calling on Governor Ş1ñ Okowa to resign. If he, as the chief security officer of Delta State, cannot provide security to protect lives and property in the state, I have been monitoring the lackadaisical attitude of the body language of the Delta State governor right from his first tenure, when the threat of Fulani herders were made open to the entire Delta. As one of the lawmakers, Honorable Evans Iguri, alerted the state that unidentified plane was dropping arms in Abraka, a forest. The governor and other meaningful top security officials and leaders of the state didn't take him serious, as they ignored him and went about other frivolous activities of second tenor politicking. As it stands, the last Eweru Kingdom massacre by Fulani herders has proved the lawmaker correct. The Eweru killings has given an indication that all Deltans are not safe. One was expecting a proactive measure from the Delta State governor as a palliative to curb the incessant killing by Fulani herders. The governor was being quoted by his media chief press secretary Olisa Ifejika, calling on President Muhammadu Buhari to make an official statement over the Delta Uweru killing, where 10 persons were shot dead in broad daylight with sophisticated weapons, with the military said to have backed the herders in the killing. I am taken aback in such precarious situation where death is glaringly looking at the faces of all Deltans. The governor lost focus and did not know what to say, and rather begging on Buhari, who is seen overtly as a soft spot for Fulani herders and Bokos. From the ongoing glaring loss of focus, dereliction of duty on the part of the state governor, Dr. Ş1ñ Okowa, who has displayed in his naivety and absolute incompetence in protecting the lives and properties in the state, I hereby call on Governor Ş1ñ Okowa to voluntarily resign and give power to his deputy governor, Barrister Kingsley Otuaro, to pilot the affairs of the state by providing security of lives and properties for all Deltans against foreign invaders of all types. This call of the resignation of Governor Ş1ñ Okowa is born out of love for all Deltans, and there is no malice, as Deltans cannot be governed by a governor who cannot provide security and protection for citizens of the state, the statement added. So, guys, this a particular journalist here. He has a is entitled to his opinion, and if you look at what he has said thoroughly, you could see some sense in what he has said. But one thing is that we are always calling for something that is not going to happen. In Nigeria, you call somebody to resign. You know, of course, maybe that is another tactic for them to be able to buckle up and do the right thing. Because when people start calling you to resign, you know, you just want to do your best, because that time, you know, it shows that you are not doing anything. People are not seeing the competence in you. So maybe that is another strategy, because if we want to look at it holistically, that you are calling somebody to resign, in this our country, they don't resign, no, then they go anywhere. And that was why this man said, how can you just expect, or you think that somebody, you just say resign and the person will just start running and resign? That it does not work that way, because they don't have a, or it is not in their style to do that. Because if really you know what is obtainable and what you know that you are not delivering, in other places they resign. But with what they get, with the how will I put it, with all the benefits they get as far as that position is concerned, nobody will want to leave. Maybe in other places it's easier for them to just leave because there's nothing attached, or any kind of benefit that is attached to the position, so they don't have anything to lose, because they have their own personal business they are into. So whether government or no government, it makes no difference. So it's very easy for them to just resign, and they will move on. In Nigeria, move on is not done. So, in my opinion, I'm just beginning to have a kind of rethink. Maybe it's another tactics or trick for them to put them on their toes so that they will do the needful. The man has explained a lot of things. From the angle of the government, he was the governor. He will want to defend himself. Just like the man said, of course, if you look at this whole thing thoroughly, and now for people who have been listening to me before now, I said before this incident of when this incident happened, I said this kind of a thing. I know I've heard it before. It's been happening, somehow, but not to this extent that we experienced some weeks back. This kind of a thing had happened before, and for the fact that at some point maybe it died down because we've not been hearing the news of data as far as concerning Ş1ñ. All of a sudden, the one that happened 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it brought data into limelight, unlike other states like Edo, Southeast, and Southwest, and Middle Belt. It was really rampant. We could hear them talking about it, people complaining about it, most especially Southeast and Middle Belt, complaining about this Ş1ñ and what have you. I say, with that, they ought to have known that there's something going on, and every other state would have prepared. Not that until something happens, that is when they will not start running Esa. And just like exactly what this journalist said, you are calling on Buhari to do what? To come and to say something when you know that he has a soft mind towards these people, and that is just the way it is. The guy said it just the way it is because Buhari is not going to do anything. So you are calling Buhari to speak. He's not going to, if you give him till now, till 100 years, from now till 100 years time, Buhari is not going to say anything. Nothing. He's not going to say anything. And we know how these people have been they have been pampered. And you could see the way they are giving threats here and there. Oh, this and this and that. You can imagine the audacity they have. What's F13? Telling Southwest people that they must include them there. That's what? I don't get it. Say who will not be? So people who are speaking in that manner, you know that they have a power that is backing them from the top. So that is a wake-up call for all other states to prepare themselves. Even as it is now, from what we are seeing, the police too, they are really handicapped. They can't do anything. Because I could remember Governor Okowa called on Buhari to speak and to be able to, that statement. I couldn't really understand it. It sounds somehow that it was telling the president to call so that to say something so that they can really talk to so that security people, the police people will be able to do their work. That is to tell you that they know that the police can't do anything, and the police across board, we have been seeing the way they've been handling this issue of Ş1ñ. So until Buhari will say something before they will do, but as it is now, it's like there's this kind of consensus among the police or the soldiers. No matter what happens to the Ş1ñ or what they have done, they won't even arrest them. And Buhari has even come out to nail it that if you catch any of these Ş1ñ or these bandits as they are being called, that don't take laws into your hands. That in a saner environment or society, such thing is not being done. But in a saner, of course, we know that it's not supposed to be. Nobody should take laws into their hands. But when people are there and the government, in a saner society, the government supposed to take care of the people and protect them and their property, their lives and their property. But in a saner society, that is how it's being done. In a saner society, you cannot hear the president or you cannot see the president as not doing anything concerning the lives and properties of the people. Because he say in a saner environment, and in a saner environment, you now look people be committing offense, committing crime, taking other people's lives. In a saner environment, nothing will be done. In a saner environment, you will give them pardon, you pardon them. So if the president could say such a thing, so I don't know why the governor will be calling on the president. Just like this journalist said, that you are the chief security officer. Now, so they say they answer the team by mouth. Oh, chief security officer. Oh, chief security officer. Once you mention of that name, oh, as if there's one kind of power, but in reality, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Of course, a lot of people will come for this guy, that this and this and that. Okay, the governor has said, let the president talk. Like I said, if you wait from now to eternity, the man is not going to say anything. And you know that he loves this Fulani people, Fulani Ş1ñ. He loves them. He loves them. See that it didn't take him time before he could prescribe by IPOP. It didn't just take him time. But see, he has been so pussyfooty. You could see it. So who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving? So these people, they collect a security vote. So they need to do the needful, do the right thing. You are the chief security officer of the state. You must protect lives and properties. And this thing has been occurring over and over again since last 2 weeks that the bigger whatever happened. And now it's been happening over and over again. The unfortunate thing there is that they will not be affected. Their children will not be affected. It is the masses that will be affected. And the journalist is saying that he should hand over to the what is it called, the deputy. So if the governor that has the same ticket with the deputy governor, if he cannot do much, is it the deputy governor that will not do much? Like I said, I think maybe that's one of the tactics to make them sit up and do the right thing. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what this journalist, what's his name? His name is Comrade Cletus Okbukeme. And there's one question somebody is asking here, and I've been asking the same questions. Someone says, where are all the militants? I've been only pipelines. They sabibo. I don't just know they are taking advantage of your people. They are taking the lives of your people, and you are not saying anything. That is to tell you, I don't know, let us still watch, but it's, they ought to have even come out to even make statements, because I see no reason why Fulanis will be coming there. They have boldness and militants coming to the militants domain and be doing all these things, and the militants are not even saying anything. Is the only pipeline thing that they will just be talking about? You see, that is part of selfishness we are talking about. So it does not concern them. It's unfortunate. So guys, that's my opinion. Let's hear your take concerning what this journalist has said concerning the governor of a Delta State, Ś1ñ Okowa. Thank you very much.